Finally, another infrastructure coin that I'm excited about, also an investor in. I know it's crazy. I invest in things I like and feel confident to talk about. But that's going to be Superverse. Look, Elliot is obviously my business partner at Neo Tokyo. That being said, it does power all the things they're doing, a lot of things they're going to be doing. So it falls in an infrastructure category. And I have massive faith in Elliot. He's more connected than anybody else in space. I've seen what they're building. I think it's absolutely cool. I think the direction they're taking it is very smart. And I simply wouldn't bet against Elliot and Super right now.
Superverse, creation of popular YouTuber Elio Trades, is one of the top coins in the crypto gaming narrative. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the Super token. I will explain my thesis, then go over the tokenomics, look at the risks, make a price prediction, and finally give it a moon score to tie everything together. This project is run by popular YouTuber Elio Trades and is associated with Neo Tokyo and Becker. It has been promoted by other popular YouTubers like Kevin from Virtual Bacon. The coin has two parts, its NFT marketplace and its game studio. It is focusing fully on the game studio at the moment, so that is what the bulk of this video will be focused on. Before we get into this video, leave a like so that more people can learn about this project and subscribe for more crypto analysis videos in the future. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is made for educational purposes only. Please consult a financial advisor before you make any financial decisions. Now let's look at the bull thesis for Super. I view Super as a leveraged meme coin. This might seem weird considering that they have live products, most notably, they're game imposters. But right now, they are in the building phase, so marketing and perception will guide the price of this coin until they have more to show. Right now, this is a bet on the potential, not on the current fundamentals of the project. There are a few points of my thesis that I will explain. These are AAA head of product, superior marketing and distribution, strong narrative, and finally aligned incentives. This project was founded by Elio Trades, who is not a game developer, although he is a long-time player of video games. He realized that it is important to hire the best talent so that his project can have the highest chance at succeeding. In October, he hired Rick Ellis, who worked for Valve and developed the wildly successful Steam store. Rick has a strong track record of success in the industry and will bring his experience and business skills to the project. Also with this, Super will get access to his network as he does everything possible to ensure that this project is a success. One aspect of Rick's mentality that made him so successful in his career is not being emotional about decision-making and listening to the market's feedback. This is how he is able to move quickly and build things that the market demands consistently. Although Rick brings all these tangible positives to the table for Super, the one thing that he brings to the table that is intangible and I would argue more important is a bulletproof narrative. Crypto projects are built around stories. Bitcoin is that it will replace fiat currency. Cardano is that it will replace Ethereum as the best layer 1 solution. These stories are great because they have a bit of truth and they leave the rest to the imagination. Looking at Cardano, their founder Charles Hoskinson worked at Ethereum in the early days, which gives his opinion a lot of validity. This experience was then extrapolated into making investors believe that he has what it takes to make a better product than Ethereum. The same thing is possible with Super. Rick Ellis was an integral part of making Steam, so the narrative that can be imagined around this coin is going to be quite powerful. All it takes to bring this coin into the billions of dollars in valuation is a strong, believable path to making a hit game or gaming solution. Now to expand on Super's marketing and distribution strategy, one thing that Super has that other projects don't is great liquidity and marketing. They have lots of big influencers in the space on board, which will help bring eyeballs and increase the chances that the project succeeds. Elio Trades has almost 600,000 subscribers, Becker with almost 1.4 million subscribers, and other YouTubers like Virtual Bacon, who has almost 200,000 subscribers talking about how they are bullish on the project. Even though they have a lot of influencers in the space on board, the community still realizes that influence can't build an amazing product alone. But Super is in a good spot until a great game comes out. Another thing that is good is that they are listed on a bunch of liquid exchanges, meaning that it is easier for money to find its way into the coin. No Uniswap or bridging needed. Super is listed on Coinbase and Binance, which gives it a lot of credibility. This will be helpful when the bull market kicks off. You want it to be as easy as possible to buy the coin you are in. Crypto gaming has been hyped for a while. This industry has been growing at a very healthy rate over the past 10 years and will likely continue to grow. But there are a lot of issues in games that can be solved with crypto, such as transferring NFTs and having true ownership of your items. Most of the world has interacted with video games. This is good as it will make it easier mentally for people to buy these tokens as they are familiar with the industry. This is in stark contrast to beginners coming into crypto and investing into obscure Layer 2 scaling solutions for Ethereum. Getting those narratives to go mainstream is a pipe dream. One more thing that builds on Super's strong narrative is their tokenomic breakdown. Investors love to see that the people involved in the projects they are investing in are trying to build long-term value. Super has shown this as the insiders have not sold any of their allocated tokens. This project launched in February of 2021 and has persisted through the entire bear market. This shows that the team is in the project for the long term and have the patience to let their vision unfold. Now let's take a deeper dive into tokenomics. Super is a game studio. It will trade based on the hype of the game and strength of the crypto gaming narrative. This coin can vote on things in the DAO. In order to vote, you need to stake your Super tokens. In order to submit a proposal, you need to have 15,000 Super tokens staked. For the Superverse rewards, 80% is going to be distributed to the community, and 20% will be going to ongoing development and maintenance. I don't see this as a positive. I think this is giving too much to the community. Most of that money is going to funnel out of the ecosystem. Keeping it within the ecosystem is a better model. When startups make their products, they aren't expected to give out dividends until they are mature. This incentive model could end up with investors taking money that is much needed for growing the product for themselves too early when the valuation of the company is too small. Another issue with this is that if there is revenue but it is too small, then people will start trying to value this like a normal company, which will show that it is way overvalued and could be bearish for sentiment. One thing that is emphasized is that Elio and over-advisors have not sold any, but if you look on the Super Tokenomics page on their documents site, you can see that there are still a lot of tokens that are going to come onto the market. This is not great for the price, considering there will be sell pressure from this eventually. They currently have 50% of supply circulating. Now, to look at some places where the price could go in the future, I will go over a few price predictions depending on different states of the market. I will base these predictions on the 2021 numbers, but will revise them a bit because the macro environment we are in now is very different, and the strength of the gaming narrative is very different. Since 2021, a lot of building has happened in this industry, and a lot of great talent has been onboarded. I believe that this will give the industry the fuel it needs to make new highs. The highest tiers on the valuation scale depend on the macro environment and the ability of the super team to execute on their roadmap. First, we will look at the low scenario. We will be comparing Super to other coins that are currently trading. One project that is comparable to Super is Echelon Prime. They made the parallel card game, which has picked up a bit of momentum in the past couple of years. It currently trades at $850 million fully diluted valuation. If the market continues to move as it has in the past month, I can easily see Super reaching this valuation. And even to 1 billion, it has the distribution of information down. It just needs a stronger narrative, as it is not too clear what it does upon first glance. Other similar coins in the space, like Beam, trade at almost a $800 million valuation, and this is before the bull market has really kicked off. Beam is in a similar vertical. They are helping to develop games and building infrastructure. Super reaching a $1 billion fully diluted market cap will put it at a $1 valuation if all coins are circulating. Now we will look at the medium tier price target. In order for this to happen, the bull market has to have been going on for a while, or Super has to launch their game and have it be a concept that hype can generate around. Last market cycle, this was the metaverse narrative. People were betting heavily on this, and the narrative built up and even went so far that Facebook jumped in and tried to capitalize on the trend. I'm not saying that they have to be as big as the metaverse, but they should have a new concept that will get the market excited. With the addition of Rick Ellis, I think this is doable. Now we are getting into bubble territory. Assuming that Super does not end up releasing a world-redefining game like Fortnite or Among Us, or a game of that caliber, this is bubble territory. This tier is where Decentraland topped during 2021 when Metaverse was the biggest narrative in the crypto market. This would happen if the world rallied around this game, but it didn't have the fundamentals to warrant a multi-11-figure valuation. One way that Super could get in on this is pivoting to whatever is working and gaining the most momentum narrative-wise. But they will have to be very quick as game development takes a lot of time and resources. From the last prediction level to this level, there isn't much change in the fundamentals of the Super project. It is more a change in the market sentiment. If it is deep in the bull run, anything can be pumped to irrational heights. This would be the part of the bull run where Web 2 gaming studios announce their Web 3 divisions. Price target $8 billion, fully diluted with a coin price of $8. Now let's get into the risks associated with this project. Here is a quick list of the risks that I will go over. The main and most obvious risk is that successful games are extremely hard to build, and even if you do have success, there will be attrition within the games, and will be tough to keep going long-term. As the market sophisticates, the games are getting more expensive to make, plus the graphics need to be better. Looking at the macro, wages are stagnating. This means that margins will likely compress because gamers have less disposable income. This is not good for the profitability of games, and also makes it hard to take big risks because the risk rewards are skewed more negatively. One of the ways that Rick Ellis is trying to mitigate this risk is to build off the back of what is working. In his interview where Elio Trades talks to him, he talks about how a lot of successful games are just modifications of other games, for example, Gary's Mod. This approach has a lot less risk, and I can see this working out for the Super team. Another more popular narrative comes to crypto that they are not building, or, this is more likely, another narrative within crypto gaming comes and takes the attention away from this project. Last bull market, it was Metaverse. This bull market, it could be something totally different. This project is also exposed to keyman risk, which means that they are relying heavily on one person for the project to succeed. If something were to happen to Rick Ellis, the project would be in a difficult position. This will be mitigated over time through Rick hiring great people, so this is only a concern for the next few months, as Rick just started at Superverse in October. Another risk is the team dumping the tokens, because although they have held this long, this means that there are still a lot of tokens that are ready to be sold. If liquidity isn't strong enough on the coin, then this will have a major price impact. There are also the classic risks of hacks and exploits to be aware of. Now, it's time to tie this whole video together with the Moon score. Good tokenomics, long-term alignment, good team, they will have to spin something up that is unique. If they don't have a hit game or ride a strong narrative within crypto gaming, this will probably trend to zero over time. The team still holding all those tokens to dump on retail is not a great sign either, but that fact can be framed as either bearish or bullish. This gets a 7 out of 10, gaming narrative strong, can put up a website and a coin and it will pump. Even if the game studios don't build anything with adoption, liquidity will still flow into this sector of the crypto market because it is easy to understand. If Super ends up bringing a new hyped concept to market, it will take off. This gets a 9 out of 10. Super doesn't really have an outspoken community, but as they build games that are good, this will change. They also have a DAO and some affiliation with Neo Tokyo. This gets a 5 out of 10. I am bullish on the team because they have a few great players. On the marketing side, they have Elio Trades and Alex Becker, who are two of the biggest crypto YouTubers. On the product side, they have Rick Ellis, who helped birth Steam. But 3 people can't build a successful game studio. There are a lot of hours that have to be put in. But with access to Rick's network, I think some great talent can get onboarded. Overall, this gets an 8 out of 10. Even a 5-year-old could understand the bull case behind this coin. Everyone in the world is aware of what video games are. It is easy to sell this narrative. The only thing that is not clear is how value will accrue to the token. It is most likely to accrue by being a hype coin for the ecosystem, unless there is a new update that comes out that gives it utility. Honestly, that update might be bearish for the coin, as they will have to deliver on that up to the market's standards. Overall, this gets a 9 out of 10. Very simple and easy to understand. Overall, Super gets a 38 out of 50 for their Moon score. I think this coin has bright things ahead and can hopefully onboard Web 2 users into using Web 3 technology in their games. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more crypto breakdowns in the future. Until next time.